have the Miss Caroline Bingley, a Regency dress, a undergarment and a dress that you could wear for whatever Regency-esque / era event your heart desires. A pair, I don't know, of Regency era short stays. This pattern is not, I don't believe at all that it is historically accurate, but I did think that for this outfit that I'm working on that I should at least attempt. So this is going to be very bra bustier-esque. So it looks like all in all, as long as I follow the grain lines, I shouldn't need more than like a yard. I figured I'm not great at fitting things to myself the first time. So what I am doing today, I am not considering it a mock-up, but it will function in the same way, especially because this is going to be something that needs to be fitted properly for it to be comfortable and for it to do its job. I have about, I would say, a yard or so of extra material. This is 100% cotton. I have this dark gray interfacing that I will be using. We're going to start with this, if you want to call it a mock-up, you can, but I'm going to say draft 1. They say very specifically for the interfacing to do a lightweight, non-fusible interfacing. So I guess the interfacing that I was going to use is not going to work because it's fusible interfacing. I think at least for the black one that I'm working on right now, I'm just going to do lining. We'll see if I need to, for the white ones, for the ones that will actually be used as an understructure, we'll see if I actually need to get interfacing for it. This is, for the most part, what I have so far. This is the top part. This is going to be the back. So I had to have it flipped this way so that I could actually lace it up. Alright, so I might have put that a bit far back, but it's fine. Okay. And then I have the little bits of green. Oof, this is not supportive. This is not very supportive, I should say. I'm not going to be running in this, definitely. This is just for looks. I did do all of the sizing the proper way. Followed the guides for the different cup sizes, and still it seems like I went a bit too big, which is fine, and which is perfectly fine with this guy, because this guy was only ever meant to be worn aesthetically. This is meant to be worn on the outside of clothes, because it was meant to be a mock-up. I wanted to figure out how this works so that I could do it correctly when I do the one that goes underneath. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. What I will say is I will be going with all whites for that one. I did put some light boning in this, but I have one on either side here, and then 4 in the back. One right here on either side, and then one right here on either side. Now that I know how it works, I will be able to do it properly for the actual one. And I'm not going to show you very much of the construction of that because this one took so long and this one was really all the fun parts that you need to see. I did double of everything, so 2 of these, 4 of these, and 8 of these, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it together, but I did 2 sets so that I could have a outer layer and a lining because I do need a bit of coverage with this. And then I have some very lightweight white interfacing that I'm gonna also use for this. I'll say one thing about this one, I haven't put in the cups yet. It, at this point, does not look big enough. So, a bit tight. I have it laced a bit tight, so it's not comfortable currently, and this is not how it would be worn normally. This is what I got, and there's a lot of space in the back still. Slightly looser, which would be how it would be done, because right now this is doing nothing but making me look flatter, and that is not necessarily the appeal of this. Next time I do this, if I do this again, I'm going to make the straps a bit longer because I don't like how they feel like they're falling off of my shoulders. The next part that I need to work on, or that I've decided to work on, is the dress itself. The pattern that I bought is for like a short sleeve, short puffy sleeve, Regency era dress. And I am, of course, going to make modifications because, of course. So I'm going to do a, I guess, tank top style dress because the top part is all still going to be the same. It's just not going to have the sleeves. I have a bunch of white cotton material. I believe it's cotton broadcloth. It's 100% cotton and it's white. I don't know if I have all of the notions because I don't know how I'm planning on closing the dress. If I have the zipper in the back, it'll be covered, so I'll know if it'll matter. I don't think it'll matter, but I have yet to decide on that, so we shall see. This pattern has been, dare I say, straightforward so far. So I have the bodice section all, I did have it pinned and I have it all sewn in place. I have bits of it that are ironed. I hate having to iron curves, but I'm gonna do it. I have all of this sewn together. And this is just the bodice part. The bottom section, the skirt section, is just going to be however many panels, like pretty big panels, probably 3 or 4 panels. And I'm going to gather them. This is what I have. Awesome. I have the facing that I'm getting ready to pin in place. And then the back, I think the back is a little bit too small. It's fine. It's fine. Back is a little bit too... It's not big enough. It doesn't meet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple of inches on either side of the area here. And then I'm going to add a zipper. I know that zippers are not anachronistic to the Regency era, but I don't care. I double-checked the pattern because I only had one of the panels. It looks like it's basically just I mean, of course it's a different piece on the pattern, but it looks like if you took the back skirt portion and if you cut it on instead of cutting two separate pieces, if you cut it on the fold and you added like 2 inches at the top, that's basically the same pattern. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the back skirt portion as I have decided. I'm going to go ahead and just follow the pattern for that. For the front portion, if I do both of those pieces instead of gathering so that you get those gathers right up here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay all of this flat and then move all of the gathers back behind. Does that make sense? Oh god, I hope that makes sense. I don't even know if I'm gonna end up using that full amount because I don't want to waste fabric on just gathers that are gonna be in the back because it doesn't matter. So we'll see how it works as far as the measurements and if I can get a good enough gather in the back while still getting a very flat, smooth portion in the front, then we're gonna be gravy. The width of the fabric that I have is just a little over a yard wide, which is kind of an odd width for fabric, but I'm not gonna question it because that's what it is. Yeah, why is that? I'm not thinking about this too hard. So it is 37 inches. Yeah, so I have this figured out. The width is 37 inches. Again, like I said, kind of weird, but I should be able to get 3 panels out of it and still have most of the gathering toward the back. So this was the first part. Really, it's the base, something that I didn't take into consideration at all. And I feel so dumb for having done everything else. But I didn't take in my measurements when wearing the stays and how it would affect the dress. There's a lot more room available in this dress when I have the stays on. So there's that. The gathering at the back came out a lot better than I had anticipated. I probably won't be wearing these together because it does not fit correctly. And if I were to change that, I would only be able to wear this dress with the stays. Other than that, there is something else. The dress looks like it's made of 2 different shades of white. I had scraps that were left over from the stays, so I just decided to use what I had left of that for the bodice portion. And of course, it did not turn out as well as it could have. It doesn't fit well because I didn't fit it to myself with the stays on. So, and then this is the gathering. But yeah, this is this. The video that I'm going to put out next is going to be the second portion of this, which is the fun part. In the meantime, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!